Okay, so how did I actually find it? Okay, dubs. It's gonna be always fun right now with the broken search. Just to kind of like hope that I'm gonna be getting lucky and hitting something in the name of the game room. Just gonna be hearing me complaining about the developer skill a lot, I think, on these streams. Profile function works? How like profile function? Yeah, that's something new in there on spec dashboard, and that's for like every single player or only for the higher rated ones? Yeah, but I need to be knowing the nicknames of the players in the first place. That's also a problem. Because you need to be having an exact correct nickname for that. So therefore Sabalero, for example, is it gonna be able to find him? Okay, Sabalero there. And yes, it kind of shows his game. Okay, that's a very good help. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. But nonetheless, I'm entirely certain if it's gonna be necessarily helping with looking for the games. Probably just like the direct launch from the spectator dashboard could help. So that's a good help, thanks. That's probably something I'm gonna have to use, because really, since they have broken the search in the game, yeah, well, seems like the community is gonna be having to really fix it for them again. That's a extremely defensive setup right now for dubs on the water nomad here. You can say now good resources right next to him, but like, no, it's almost as if he's not entirely feeling too confident here. But well, nonetheless, they're gonna be at least close to each other, so we probably should be seeing some early engagement. Gonna be probably some hefty water warfare, as you would be normally expecting, with the Civilisations therefore being, well, EDubs is gonna be dabbling into the Romance again. We have actually seen plenty of Romance in the matches here, but yeah, well, the missing demo ships, I'm kinda still thinking is gonna be always, and will be, somewhat of a problem. Somewhat of a problemo with Sabalero. On the other hand, he's gonna be playing the standard Italians, fast advance therefore for him. That could be maybe a good plan. We'll have to wait and see. You can see 15-14. Some slight differences in there, and that's probably not gonna be anything like Loom, right? No, of course not. It's way too soon. And way too unnecessary for him. As you can see, even just him also gonna be having some good spots. So it looks like that simply Water Nomad is spawning fairly regularly. And you're gonna be kinda hard pressed to be finding a bad position for ERTC. Okay, some 5 water buffaloes, plenty of them also available for EDEPs. I mean, like, this is typically the map where really the demo ships, I'm thinking, are gonna be again ruling in the feudal age, so I'm really thinking that people might be getting kinda cured from the better resistances of the Roman ships pretty quickly. And they're gonna be missing that, but, well, maybe I'm gonna be wrong. Maybe I'm going to be wrong about that. And that's the advance into feudal. Soon, hopefully coming up. You can see right now so far the looms. And Sabalero, is he gonna be able to get enough actually on force drop? Maybe not necessarily yet. Maybe it's gonna be still a few more villages needing to be coming out. As unfortunately though, he actually managed to house himself. And he just made loom. So you can't be right now even like, putting a villager in or anything along those lines, just to kind of like make up for the mistake. So it's quite a bit unlucky. The absolute worst timing for such a mistake. No, and for EDEPs, who's gonna be there for advancing now, he's gonna be apparently having a bit tighter build, but it seems like it's Sabalero not gonna be too much behind him. Just that one villager from the mistake, it seems like. 3 fishing boats, or maybe actually, no, 4 fishing boats here, so it's actually gonna be 2 villages of a difference. Look at that. So that's gonna be a nice start for devs so far into the game. And no, well, just as far as I remember, I mean, like Water Nomad, last time I probably saw it, that's gonna be quite a few years. Let's face it, this is not entirely too much of a favorite map, so maybe it could have been even straight on something like AU Olympics. Which is going to be 3 years by now. Maybe that's actually where I saw Water Nomad last. It really isn't something that has made it into too many tournaments. I'm kinda thinking that on all the hybrid maps here, that people are just kinda like maybe not entirely certain what to play with the Romans, or rather just kinda thinking that they are water powerhouse, they're taking them automatically. But just like any kind of experience I have with hybrid maps, you just kinda want the demo ships. They are so often useful. And this is like a turbo. That's not even much of a hybrid map, let's say. It's kind of like a straight water map where you can build on the water. You could probably characterize it that way rather than anything else.
Salve.
So yeah, nonetheless, you're gonna be therefore coming forward with normal galleys. Of course, fire ships from the other side. You can see Sabalero gonna be going quite a bit into the depth with 3 docks immediately. Gonna be a bit later currently for depths.
Impera.
22-21 on the villages. You probably won't be seeing that much of a difference here. And this is also where it's gonna be really dangerous for Edebs, the position he has chosen. Because he practically doesn't entirely have anywhere else to go currently. It's gonna be really hard for him to escape if he's gonna be well surrounded by Sabalero. Which is kinda like a bit of a question. Is he will be? Or if he will be, because obviously Sabalero's fire ships are gonna be somewhat half blind. That's a bit of a problem for him. So you might not be entirely seeing if Green is gonna be already trying to leave. But, well, if he does notice that, then Debs is screwed. Because he can be very easily controlled on that little territory that he is. But, well, maybe it's gonna be also curious to see if one of them is gonna be starting to gather stone. Because logically you can just kinda drop towers here, which might be helping you quite significantly. Would be also something maybe to recommend, or that would be something to recommend for the players. Interesting, he's gonna be starting on the fire ships and then immediately into normal galleys. I mean, I guess against the Roman. No. Interesting plan, let's say. How many do we have currently? 6. Versus 6. Like, the bigger problem at this point isn't the fact that Sabalero is gonna be having his own demo ships right now on the water battle, right? Against the galleys. The bigger problem is that actually Dubs can't be countering him properly. So unless he's gonna be getting an initial advantage and then basically carrying it forward from there, then he does have very limited chances of a comeback, because demo ships are comeback material. And you can usually help with that. So he has to be just kind of confident he's gonna be able to manage it from the get-go. Which so far seems to be somewhat okay working. You can see 8 of them. We are going to be having therefore 8 here. Apparently going straight for the galleys. We are gonna be having fletching for Green. Not for Pearl player though. Haven't invested into that yet. No, and probably should be right now focusing more on the fire ships. Because if we can be getting rid of those, then he can be having a whole lot easier microwing against the normal galleys. So I'm thinking this is gonna be a, yeah, exactly a good idea. Just to get rid of that. And now he's gonna be having straight better ships, right? 6 versus 8. There's a villager potentially waiting for the repairs here. Hidden beyond the smoke. All the way to the top, that's gonna be only the junk. And, well, we don't entirely have any kind of scouting actually going on by Sabalero. The junk could be used that way as well, and I would be definitely preferring that, so that you'll be having some better idea what's up. No, and currently, that is going to be bad news for Sabalero here. So I kind of wonder if he's gonna be trying some surprising demo ships. Because so far the battle is really close to the dogs themselves, so you can just kind of like pop out the demo, maybe get a bit of a lucky hit. It's only right now 2 water buffaloes. With economy therefore, oh wow, 23 against 31, so somebody forgot actually making villages completely. And I've kind of noticed that a bit earlier, that there was an empty space for Sabalero in there, but apparently it was for a lot longer than I thought. No, but well, there we go. Can right now finally get in the fletch in, but obviously on the military right now we are already in 10 versus 6. And again, Roman better boats, you just need to be, at this point, reminding ourselves of that, and having like a half a better economy than what Sabalero has, that should be somewhat of a death sentence at this point. Yeah, I'm really thinking that the first game, that's something he's probably gonna be a bit unhappy about. He didn't turn it into victory. He really was close there. He really was. It was quite a bit of a hair's breadth away from dubs to be lost. But well, he did manage to somehow put it back together, which is gonna be probably good news for dubs as far as some kind of psyche and mental power and strength. And that's gonna be the GG with the army gone. No, and the second game, the home map for Sabalero, is gonna be therefore also finished. And I have no idea what they're saying because I don't speak Spanish. But maybe some of you do. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that really the Romans are just kind of for the chats. Where you don't expect that you're gonna be losing. Because if you expect a hard game, then you just really, in my opinion, want that option of the demo ships. But nonetheless, it's something new, at least, into the battlefield here. So we'll see where we're gonna be leading all of that during the progress of the tournament. Yeah, that 5% eco bonus is also not like a bad option. That's something that also we can maybe count at the end. How much it approximately is going to be, of course, right? But nonetheless, some kind of probably good luck in the third games, because they are both Argentinians as far as I know. So that's gonna be, of course, why there is some good banter between them. No, and therefore, let's give the second victory also to Xaver Depths. It will be therefore 2-0. You can see economical upgrades, just literally the first wood. It was a bit of a shorter game, so therefore we are not gonna be seeing any kind of deep upgrade lines here for anybody. Also the first wood fletching and nothing else. The Boutinos, and let's therefore have a look into the post game as the Eco 2435 and the military evident. Still one boat somewhere, or what is that? One military. That shouldn't be the junk. So I'm not sure what is that one military boat or unit.
Prontus.
Oh, that's gonna be probably the TC. Because they, if you're gonna be having Nomad TCs, that they are usually... Or did they have Nomad TCs? They didn't. They just built their own. Okay, so I don't know. Because the Nomad TCs from the card, they are counted like a military for some reason. Not sure. Let's have a look into the post game. That's gonna be also telling us quite a bit of a clear story. You can see same largest army, but even that couldn't save Sabalero. You can see right now 600, 800, basically 800 resources more, which is a lot, all things considered. That's way more than the 5% potentially. But if you're gonna be kind of considering this, then you can see right now, even if they would be having the same echoes, for example, Sabalero, then he does have what, 3,000, 4.5, what is it, 3, 3, 7, 3, 7 and 15, so 4,752. So that's gonna be some 52 times 5, 260 resources more, just based on the kind of like bonus of the civilization, 5% better economy. So that's not entirely that much of a bad difference. You can already get something for that, some free upgrade practically. No, and the bigger the economy gets, the bigger the bonus, of course, gets as well. That's also important kind of to realize with the percentage. That's gonna be absolutely insane. I haven't really seen too many Roman plays, but it's gonna be really insane bonus for the late game. Once you get all the echo and all the vills, at that point it's gonna be really useful. Because you can also look at it from the other side. You can have 5% villages less. So if you're gonna be having, let's make it simple, 150 villages, then 140 villages, let's say, then you can be having 7 villages less, right? The fifth. Oh, fifth. Not fifth. 5%, so that's 20th. No, yeah, well, 7 villages less from the 140. That's not bad. That's 7 units more. That can definitely decide battles. So congratulations to Xaver Idaps for the victory in the round of 32 of Blue Carbon Cup, hosted by Huepecoyotl and held by watermelonhero. So thanks for that, and for also trying to support Mother Nature with this tournament. You can find more information, !blue into the chat. And if you want to be supporting the prize pool of the tournament, and also the NGO that is kind of like tied to the tournament here, then feel free to do so. No, and good luck in the next round. It's gonna be already the double elimination for Edeps, and for Sabalero, we wish him good luck in further tournaments. He's gonna be joining. GG.